All right, full disclosure, my daughter is not happy with me right now, and just a few minutes ago, she was bleeding from the top of her lip.
Yeah, I think this is our first time officially going into a podcast in a fight. I did look like a 14-year-old. It wasn't a fight, but I did look like a 14-year-old boy who had cut himself shaving. I think it was a stress bleed. I don't know what's going on.
I didn't hit her, I swear.
No.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. 'Cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking Scheetz.
Thank you, Dan Davidson. Talking Scheetz. Here we go. It's another exciting edition of the show. If you're watching on YouTube, first of all, please subscribe and like and do all those kind of things. And secondly, you'll notice that I'm wearing an Edmonton Elks hoodie that is like, I love this hoodie.
It's so cool.
Oh.
The first thing I said to you when I came in today was that is sick.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool vintage
Talking about
hoodie.
sick, they beat the Calgary Stampeders. We'll talk more about that game and some fun stuff that I got a chance to be a part of coming up a little later in the podcast. But we got to start with some exciting news. We have a new sponsor on the show. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, we should get real buttons, but drum roll, please.
That works. All right. That works. Cook County Saloon. Barry Sparrow, the owner of Cook County Saloon, and I go way back. Like if, 35 years at Kissin. Truly, and I said it when I did my last show on Kissin Country from Cook County, I said I learned as much about what I did and who I am at that bar than I did on the radio, because Barry gave me the opportunity to host there, and I would host and get paid a little bit of cash money on the side, and it would help me buy diapers for my daughter who's sitting beside me here, and taught me how to host and interact with people and do all sorts of things like that. And Barry has got a grand kind of reopening of a Cook County Saloon. I was there for a sneak peek, and it is unbelievable. Unbelievable what has happened there. The expansion, Cook County Saloon Steakhouse, and all sorts of things that are happening. And so, yeah.
I learned a lot of life lessons at Cook County Saloon as well.
Yeah, like what?
As a teen, an older teen, I learned that maybe vodka crayons don't taste as good coming up as they do going down.
Did you throw up?
Not at Cook County, no.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying that it's the kind of place where you could have grown up there, and then your kids grew up there as well. You know, like
generations.
It's a generational. Yeah, I learned some line dancing for sure at Cook County. The buckets that you drink out of. I'm not a huge drinker, and I never really have been, but buckets but they're so cute, so you want to get the bucket. But
Barry was telling me, we were talking about drinks, and he said, I can't remember, there's a name for the bucket drink.
Yeah.
It's got 3 shots in it.
Yeah.
And he says the ladies love
That's
them.
exactly what I'm saying. It's like, I go there, and it's not even like, I really want to drink. It's like, oh, it's so cute in the Cook County bucket. But like, 19-year-old me didn't need 3 shots of anything.
Probably not.
No, but
Probably
it is an amazing, amazing place.
All right.
And I can't wait to see the new space.
Yeah, exactly. So welcome Cook County Saloon as a sponsor of the show, and we're excited about that. And in conjunction with that, coming up on Saturday, September 20th, it's not that long away. You don't have to wait. I don't like waiting very well.
That's very clear, yeah.
And I think that's again, a little bit of insight on why Baillie and I are, there's a little bit of friction between us right now, because we're doing this event. You're no problem with the event. You're just thinking it might be a little early for us to be successful with our first ever gathering of the Scheetzheads.
Yes. And it's not that I don't think it's too early in the podcast. Like, we have some very loyal listeners. I'm just saying people these days make plans more than 2 weeks in advance. I'm very nervous about the tight timeline.
Right.
So if you want to talk a little bit more about the event, we really gotta get on it. We should have opened the show with the details here. I'm feeling very nervous.
Scheetzheads, and I don't know what the name of the event should be. Like I said, it's just
a Scheetzhead summit.
The Scheetzhead Summit. I like it. Yeah. The Scheetzhead Symposium.
Oh, Symposium. We're going to be giving some presentations.
Cook County Saloon, September 20th. Doors open at 6. And when technically the grand reopening of Cook County Saloon, the expansion will be happening. But our very first live recording in front of people, Talking Scheetz, will happen at 7 o'clock that night. And then the Johnner brothers, including Brad Johnner, will hit the stage at 30. And here's the deal. You, again, can get all the information at cookcountysaloon.com right now. And the first 60 people through the door that night are going to get a drink, courtesy of Talking Scheetz. And either way, you can come, you can enjoy Talking Scheetz, then you can enjoy the Johnner Brothers, and you can just enjoy a great night at the club as we be clubbing. All right?
Clubbing at 6 p.m. though, 7 p.m.
Oh, so Saturday night.
No, I think that's a good thing. That's when, at this point in my life, that's when I wish to be at the club.
And I think, I've got a feeling that the Scheetzheads will respond. I understand if you've got something on the go.
For sure, it shouldn't be a forced
Your
thing.
brother already said he's firefighting.
He's like, well, I'm working.
He's a firefighter. I said, can you bring the fire truck down? That'd be kind of cool.
That could be good for numbers. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous about everyone being busy.
Yeah.
And I'm already a little nervous about the prospect of, you go out on a lot of stages and you've talked, you've been there, you've done that.
Right.
For me, that's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Combine that with maybe there's 3 or 4 people out there. That's
your 2 grandmas and that's
it.
it.
I'm like, it just makes me feel like I'm in high school again and nobody's going to come to my play. Like that did happen. So I am nervous. I'm excited. I'm excited for the idea. I love Cook County. We were supposed to get married in Cook County, which we've talked about before on the show.
Yes.
It's a place with amazing history for us, but I am nervous about the timeline and getting people there.
Okay. Well,
so
you know what?
if my anxiety is guilting to you, then please come to our show.
I personally believe if you build it, they will come. And they will.
But
it still takes time for the word to get out.
With 10 days notice?
Yeah.
You build it, they will come. If you give them 4 to 6 weeks. One thing about my dad is he has always thrown me into the fire.
Exactly.
Whether it's rides on Disneyland or live podcast events.
Yeah.
I do think that I would like to be transported back to like 21-year-old Bailey doing the 2-step on the Cook County dance floor and someone being like, you're going to do a live podcast here in 10 years. Like, what?
In 10 days or
right?
whatever it is.
10 years, but you're only going to have 10 days notice. I don't even have time to buy a new outfit.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's going to be great. So anyway, join us again. All the information at cookcountysaloon.com. The Scheetzheads, we hear from them all the time, and they would love to gather and get together. They have something in common. They have the podcast in common.
For sure. And we'd love to meet so many of you as well.
We're going to have a guest or guests. We're just, again.
The timelines are tight, so we don't have any information confirmed, but there will be guests on the show. It's going to be fun. Maybe we'll get some Scheetzheads up there to ask some questions. You know how we do usually questions virtually. Maybe we can get some questions from the audience.
That's a really good idea. We'll get producer Renato, who's nodding right now. He likes that idea.
He likes it.
Okay.
Well, he's just trying to like get on my good side right now because you two have kind of ganged up on me. So he's like, babe, you're amazing. You're a genius.
He's always my
ride
or die guy. Every idea I have, he's always the only one in the family that supports it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like he's supporting this as much, but I feel like he is, but he's scared too because he's married to you.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to keep my wife happy first and foremost. And I do think you're right. Your crazy ideas always work out. Well, let's see. This one finally affects me, though.
That's the thing. It's very easy for him to support something that doesn't impact him at all. But when it's his wife standing up there with nobody watching, I mean, maybe it's, I mean, I guess the worst case scenario is we're doing a live podcast for the grandmas.
Exactly.
And they deserve it.
Exactly. Then we might just have them as our guests.
They're kind of harsh critics, though.
Yeah. Don't be scared.
CookCountySaloon.com for more information. We'll be posting all about it as well.
Yeah. But again, September 20th, be there for Bailey's sake.
Yes.
It's going to work. It's going to work. I like you say, sooner or later, my wild ideas and short timelines are going to bite me in the butt. But it won't be this time. It's going to be a great night. It'll be your chance to see the club, and we're just going to have a great night. And then we'll be singing and dancing all night long and just having a lot of fun. So join us, won't you?
Come see Cook County. Scheetzheads. It's going to be good vibes.
The Scheetzhead Symposium.
I think Summit is still... Symposium really makes it academic.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Chris knows that word.
No, me too.
I can't spell it, but I know it.
Oh, no, me either.
All right. Let's move on to good sheets.
Okay. Do you want to start?
No.
I'm still nervous. I'm still like recovering, but I can start. All right. A big thing that's happening in my life, other than my first live podcast coming up, is by the time... Basically, this episode comes out this week, and this week I am going back to work, which is crazy.
You're going back to work this week?
Well, yeah.
Like what day? Like
the end of the week.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd check. All right.
The end of the week, I am going back to my real day job at the Oilers Entertainment Group and the hockey season is starting. It's in full swing. So it's just like a crazy, crazy time. And my good Scheetz, I could have spun this in a negative way because there's a lot of emotions that come along with going back to work after being off for a year on maternity leave and spending every day and every hour with my daughter, who you might be able to hear
literally
screaming right now through this.
I think with excitement.
I think she sounds happy. Yeah, I think she's just being goofy upstairs. But every day, I have had so much fun with her. She's so much fun, and getting to spend every waking minute of my days with her has been something that I have appreciated so much. So my good Scheetz is maternity leave, and that in Canada we are able to, of course, you're not usually making your full salary, but you're getting paid through the government. And it's just something that not everybody gets to have, whether it's 12 or 18 months. It's longer than a lot of countries and a lot of different setups. So I'm very, very thankful to have had this time. I can't imagine going back to work any earlier because it still feels like it was not enough time, but I'm just really grateful for the year and a bit that we did have. And, again, I'm still going to be seeing her a lot. It's not like I'm leaving the country, but it's going to be different. Her relationship and mine, and producer Renato's going to have to step in a lot more when I'm working late hockey games and things like that. So I'm just really thankful for the past year, and I don't want to cry on the podcast, but I feel a little bit of emotional about it. Yeah. But it's a good Scheetz because it's been a really, really good time, and I'm also excited to go back to work.
And here's the lucky thing about your daughter is she has no attachment to you at all.
Yeah. There is separation anxiety, and then there's like the opposite. Whatever she has is like her favorite person is always the next person she meets, which is amazing. It kind of makes me feel like, okay, she doesn't care about me at all. Yeah. But in terms of going back to work, I know that when I walk out the door in the morning to go to work, and whoever she is left with, whatever the situation is, she is going to be so happy. Yeah. As long as somebody's hanging out with her, she's happy. She doesn't care. Mom comes home, she's like, oh yeah, that lady.
It could be a complete stranger, which that could be concerning
That's
later on.
That's a problem later on once she's able to like go out on her own.
But that is good. I mean, I know you love that. You love when
she's so loud right now.
She's so loud. She's having separation anxiety at this exact moment. But it's going to be good. And when you get to work and your job, it was ridiculously busy, it's not going to feel that busy, is it? Not compared to her.
No, and that's the other thing is like I thought my job was really hard. I think I'm going to be going into it with a completely different outlook. Like really becoming a parent, and especially this past year of being like a full-time parent essentially really puts things in perspective. And like no matter what I'm doing at work, whether it feels hard or stressful or busy, it is not shaping a human life. You know what I mean? It's so I think it's going to give me a great perspective where I'm able to enjoy work more and get a little bit less stressed out and things like that. So yeah, maternity leave, very, very happy for that. My other one, I don't know if I should be complimenting you after the day we've had, but good grandparents really make things easier. Easier to leave. We have 2 great sets of grandparents, which is just going to make the work transition easier, especially in the meantime as we kind of figure out our schedule, knowing that having basically people she loves more than us watching her sometimes is really, really nice.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. Mine's pretty boring, but the good Scheetz is the way the leaves are hanging on this year. Like they're I thought for sure, because they started early. This sounds like, again, old man talking here, but they started earlier this year, and I thought, okay, but I think all that rain we got in August because they're still hanging on. Some of them aren't even changing color yet. So, and it's the nicest time of the year when autumn happens and the leaves are doing their thing. So I am all over that. It is like so good. Also, another quick good Scheetz is the lawn stopped growing. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to need another mow. I'm going to be mulching leaves. That'll be the thing, but I don't need to mow again.
I don't know what is gone on with our lawn.
I don't either. Yeah.
But it is like that heat wave that we had recently just turned it into straw. Like Leona can't even crawl around on the grass because it's like sharp. It is so dried out. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what has gone on with ours, but the leaves are hanging on. Good Scheetz. Actually, we don't need to finish with good Scheetz, but that relates very heavily into my bull Scheetz of the week.
All right.
Which is acting like winter and fall is here right now, even though it's the beginning of September. Okay. People are like, pumpkin spice, pumpkins, it's Halloween. Like, let's wear coats and boots.
Oh, no.
No. We got to hang on to what we've got here. The weather has been really nice for kind of the first time this summer. I'm like, we're still wearing shorts, guys. I know back to school's happening. I'm going back to work. Hockey season's starting. I know that feels like fall. The air gets crisp in the evening, but I'm like a hang on to summer person. I am not a fall person. I love summer. So everyone who's like just so excited for fall and starting to decorate for Halloween. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm not ready. I think that's bullshit. I think we hang on till September 21st. At least. If the weather's still nice, it's still summer. I'm still going swimming.
Hey, September 20th when we're at Cook County will be the final day of summer.
Hey, the summer equinox party at Cook County Saloon hosted by Talking Scheetz.
That's why I did it all along.
Yes.
It all makes sense.
Summer's ending and I have to go up on a stage when nobody's going to watch.
There's going to be people there.
I have faith. It's going to be fine.
You'll see. If I it's kind of like, if I have to bus them in like they do for elections.
Yeah, like bring random people in.
I'll just bus them in. I'll
There's
go
people on the street.
I'm going to go to seniors' homes and just say, hey, everybody just get in here. Your pudding's waiting on the bus.
I think that if you brought a bunch of seniors in, they would really connect with your continuous thoughts of mortality and death. I think that actually might be your demographic.
You've given me a mortality moment, but I'm going to wait for that a little later in the podcast.
Okay.
Kids at weddings.
Yeah, that's a good Scheetz for me. We, this past weekend, brought Leona to our dear friend Cole and Emma's wedding, and she was invited. We didn't just bring her. I should specify. She was invited to the wedding. That does
happen.
It does for sure. But what is so, it was such a special time. She's at a fun age, and there was lots of kids at the wedding, and I just feel like kids at weddings, we've talked about it in our wedding episode. I understand if they're not invited. I understand the vibe you're trying to create. But at this particular wedding, it was just, they were having so much fun, and it was such a kid-friendly environment, and they were dancing, and it was so much fun to be able to celebrate our good friends with her as well.
It was nice to have my granddaughter there. I was emceeing and she was looking up and I was talking and she was clapping and listening. She loved everything.
Like the speeches, it's like she felt like everyone was telling her a story. Yeah. And after every speech, she was clapping and having the best time. It was so funny because obviously she didn't really know what was going on. Yeah. But when the bride walked by her down the aisle, I mean, Emma looked absolutely stunning.
She did.
But I didn't think that this would register with her. She'd obviously never seen someone really walk down the aisle before. She was on the end and she was in awe. Like she pointed and looked like that's a Disney princess right there. So it was really, really cool to celebrate it. We were ready to leave far before she was.
For sure.
She loved it.
We took her, but she wasn't ready to
go.
No,
she would have we left before midnight. She would have gone far after that, I think. She was just into the party. Everything about it.
Yeah.
Didn't hurt that she was getting so much attention from everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Cole and Emma.
Yes.
Officiated and emceed the wedding. Officiated when I said, by the power vested in me and Connor McDavid, I now pronounce you man and wife, because Cole works for the Oilers and is a huge fan, and it just made sense. And the whole night was just great.
Yeah, so much fun.
Way to go, guys. All right, one more bullshits really quick. Scamming seniors. It's a long, twisted story, but man, there is a warm place in hell for people that do this.
Are you talking about shoving them in a bus and bringing them to a live podcast?
That's not a scam. That's a good deal.
Okay.
And then I get them to alter their wills when they get there.
That's the scamming you're talking about. That's the scamming.
Yeah, give them one of those Cook County buckets.
Oh no, that.
And away they go. But it's a long, twisted story. But basically, phoning a senior. This happened recently in a connection, and we saw it on Facebook. But it was a connection to somebody we know, saying basically somebody got in an accident, needs money desperately. The senior said, I can't just give you that money. I'd have to go to the bank. They said, no problem. We'll send a cab. And they literally sent a cab to their house. And other family members figured out what was going on, but they had been in that cab, and then there was another cab waiting at the bank, and it's crazy.
There's elaborate schemes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope they caught the people that were involved in that, but it's just so hard. I mean, we all can get, everything is so real now.
For sure.
AI, all of a sudden, it's sounds like the voice of your grandson.
They can do fake calls and things like that. Yeah, it's just, really, really scary.
Yeah. We're going to, at some point here very shortly, I think, have somebody on that's going to talk about cybersecurity and things like that, and it's not just for seniors, it's for young people, it's for people in the middle, because at this time you just don't know what's real anymore, and it's just so easy to get scammed. So that is another bullshits.
That's a big time bullshit.
Big downer there. Big downer. This is kind of a bullshits too, I think, what's trending this week. You asked what was going on. Something that I couldn't get away from on my TikTok and all of my platforms was the story of a baseball game in Miami. And a Philadelphia Philly was playing. They were playing the Miami Marlins. and a Philly hits a home run. It goes way up in the upper deck, and it's one of these areas where it's not completely full, so there's a lot of room around there, and the ball goes and it lands kind of at the feet of somebody, a lady, and this guy comes from a section over because he sees the ball coming, so he comes over, and it's kind of like, it's a free-for-all, and he grabs the ball before she grabs the ball. He takes it back over to his section where he's got a 10-year-old son, and he gives it to his 10-year-old son, puts it in the baseball glove. The kid's thrilled. Everybody around is...
that's like such a huge thing. If
everybody
you're 10
else
years old.
is clapping like crazy.
Everyone wants that ball to go to a kid.
Everybody, yeah. And this lady comes that the ball was in front of, and I hate using the word Karen, but they call her... the
Phillies Karen.
The Phillies Karen, because she was a Philadelphia Phillies fan.
Yeah.
But she comes over, and first of all, she scares the living hell out of him. He jumps at first because she comes from behind, and then she just starts berating him.
Yeah.
And he literally just reaches into his son's glove, takes the ball, and gives it to her, and she goes off happily ever after, or so she thinks.
Yeah.
But this gets on television. This gets on everywhere. And I think her life is officially ruined.
Well, this is like a different version of the Coldplay gotcha situation.
Yeah.
These days, you can't be a jerk in public
No.
like you used to.
No, you
can't. People found her. And
yeah.
Who knows what was going on with that lady at that time, but it certainly
it
wasn't.
was technically in her area. So there's some people say that, but it's a free-for-all.
If you touch the ball first, that's your ball, I think.
Yeah.
And even so, had he grabbed it right in front of her and ran away, the fact that he gave it to his 10-year-old son, if this was two adults hashing it out for the ball, then whatever. Like, you two fight, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That ball, everyone wants that ball to go to a kid.
To the 10-year-old.
That's what happens. That's kind of what happens, right?
So what happens is, this, of course, goes viral.
Yeah.
The teams both see it. The baseball teams. He ends up getting a baseball bat from the guy that hit the home run. He gets a ball. He gets. I mean, now he gets a whole bunch of stuff way better, and her life is ruined.
Yeah. So I guess that's karma.
Oh my gosh! That's kind of the way it goes. But you're right. You cannot do anything in public.
We should say that we hate the term Karen, because that is my dear mother, who we mentioned. But
and she would not be going and grabbing that ball.
If a ball even coming near her is her worst nightmare. She would be like, please don't show me on the TV. I am so nervous about this. And then she would be scanning about who best to give it to, and that would cause her anxiety. She wouldn't be able to make the right decision. She'd be like, oh no, that kid might be younger than that kid, and what if that kid has having a tough day? It would be her worst. She's a Karen in a completely opposite way.
Yeah.
She would not want that ball at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. So, but that's the story, and that was it's all over the internet, and they should do a follow-up in about 6 months and see where that lady is.
Same with the Coldplay CEO. Maybe they're like in a club together.
Yeah, it's like, why did we do that move?
Yeah, caught on camera.
Not a good one. Meme of the week.
Yeah, this is kind of related to trending. But if I asked you, are you Team Conrad or are you Team Jeremiah? What would you say?
I would say I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought, but I was wondering if maybe it had made its way to your TikTok. It sounds like Philly's Karen was kind of taking all the space up. There's a show called The Summer I Turned Pretty. Okay. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. It's based on a series of young adult novels. I read them when I was a teenager, so many years ago, but now we're on season 3 of the show, and the memes and the teams have kind of taken over the internet. So basically, I just want to tell you the premise of the show. There's a young girl, her name is Baillie.
All right.
And she has been growing up with her mom and her mom's best friend. They've grown up together, hanging out in a summer house, and her mom's best friend has 2 sons, and she has a brother, but it doesn't really matter. He's kind of a side character. And she spends her whole life growing up with these 2 boys that are like cousins to her, but they're not, very, very specifically. And as they get older and as they kind of become teenagers, there's a really, really intense love triangle between them. So she's in love with both brothers kind of at the same time.
All right.
And now it's gotten to the point, because the show has fast forwarded a few years, we're on season 3, where she is about to, spoilers ahead. If you're watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, you can skip ahead now. She's gotten to the point where she is about to marry one of the brothers. And the other brother is the best man. So
no.
It is some real drama. So there is Team Conrad and Team Jeremiah. We've kind of moved past the wedding. It didn't really work out because she still sort of has feelings for the other brother. And it's it's this crazy, crazy teen show, but even the like top sports accounts in the world are now declaring, everyone must declare if they're Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah.
And who's the right one to be on?
Well, what do you think, just based on the names?
Conrad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the popular opinion. But
Okay.
there are some
Do
rare.
they look similar, the brothers?
Kind of.
Yeah.
They both have spray tans and blue eyes.
Okay. All right.
Actually, let me pull up a photo.
Okay.
This is gonna be good. But there are some Team Jeremiahs out there. And you can just say what you think about them, because I think that this sounds crazy, but it is. These are the two brothers here.
Okay. Huh.
Oh wait, we lost them. This is why live podcasting doesn't work all the time.
Just wait till we do it at Cook County on September 20th.
I won't be showing you pictures of Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah.
Join us then.
This is them. Can you see it?
Yes.
We've got this grumpy looking guy. And
How
this
old are they?
curly-headed
They look
guy.
way too young to be.
Well, that's the thing. They're quite young, but
Like
they
what?
did
Like
it-
18?
So in the books, they didn't do this. They were like fresh in college. They
Okay,
were like
so this
19
isn't a
years
reality
old.
show.
No. This is based on books.
Oh, I thought this
Thank
was a
goodness.
reality show.
Thank
Okay,
goodness.
all right.
But in the show, they chose to do a 4-year time jump, so they're in their early 20s, which is
Okay.
good. But these are the two brothers, and this is Baillie.
One looks like a
who she's in
surfer.
love.
On the right, he kind of looks like a surfer dude.
This
right?
guy?
Yeah.
They're both actually surfers, so that's a keen observation.
Okay.
These are them. This is when they're surfing.
Okay. Yeah, I was just guessing.
Which one do
surfing.
you think is Conrad?
Conrad's the one on the left.
No, Conrad's the one on the right.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, there really isn't a point to this. I just wanted to know, the people are demanding to find out every sports team, every celebrity, what team you're on. It's just become this big thing.
Okay. All right. No, it's good. Like I said, I like to be up to date with things and know what's going on.
Personally, I'm Team Baillie should explore other options
Yeah.
because she's only ever dated these two brothers back and forth, and I'm like, this is getting crazy, and their mom passed away, and it is really some drama. But
sounds...
yeah, I'm Team Baillie learns to explore a new life, but she's doing that in Paris now, so that's the good news.
Sounds a little odd. While we're talking about TV and streaming, I've watched the first 2 seasons of Tires, which is Shane Gillis, the comedian, and a bunch of his other comedian buddies. It's terrible, but it's funny.
Like
it's
terrible in what way? Like
it's nasty.
Raunchy comedy?
It's raunchy.
Okay. Is it like what is the concept?
They work at a tire store.
Oh, a tire shop?
Tire shop, yeah,
Okay.
tire store, tire shop. They work at a tire shop, a garage, and it's just all sorts
I like
of...
the concept of like a tire shop comedy. It's not something that's really been done before.
No,
Yeah.
it's funny. Yeah, it's funny, but it's raunchy. Like your mom is just like,
Oh, she would
my-"
hate it, yeah.
She's just like, what is going
Well, Shane
on?
Gillis's humor.
Yeah,
It's like if it's based on that, it's not for everyone.
it is. Yeah, but anyway, that's what I'm.
Speaking of tires,
Londonderry Dodge,
yes.
our friends at Londonderry Dodge, good tie-in. What can we say about Londonderry? Besides that, they're absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we took a family road trip out to Thorsby yesterday for our cousin Kaylin's housewarming gathering party.
Surprise!
It was a surprise. We were 2 hours late, so it wasn't a surprise by the time we got there.
It wasn't a surprise you were 2 hours late.
But that's true.
Uh-huh.
I will take that. Leona was a little bit emotionally hungover from the wedding, and she took a really long 3-hour nap. But anyway, I digress. That's a long trip. From our house to Thorsby is about an hour, a little bit over that, especially when you have to stop and get the baby a Happy Meal because she's hungry. And it just was no stress in the Londonderry Dodge. There was points where we're on gravel roads to get to this house. We're ripping around and it used to be a lot more daunting before we had our Jeep Compass 2025 Trailhawk. It's just so easy on the road. It's just a great
Yeah,
vehicle.
nothing against your previous vehicle, but
it slid around on the gravel a lot more. This when you're locked in.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And Londonderry Dodge has what Baillie drives. She's got the Wrangler, the Jeep Wrangler, like I've drive, the Rams, and everything in between. And they will treat you right. Tell them Talking Scheetz sent you, okay? And also, again, if you want to go for an oil change or get any of your services done there as well, they will treat you right. And an oil change, $10 off by mentioning Talking Scheetz. Okay, Londonderry Dodge. The mailbag. We got mail.
All right, we need buttons. Now we're just like keep
I
making
know.
noises.
Yeah,
we need to work
as we
on
continue
that.
to ramp this thing up, we're going to get more production involved.
For sure.
All right?
But sometimes we just don't have it all. Like yeah, it's good to go. It's good to be able to go on the spot. But the mailbag, we got this message a few weeks ago, and I've been wanting to read it because in our last episode, we discussed our demographics and how we have random listeners from all over the place.
Cambodia.
And we were wondering if they are Canadian people living abroad or if they are people in those countries that just somehow found Talking Scheetz. But this one answered some of that question. So we got a message on Facebook that said, "Hello, Chris and Bailey. I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate listening to you each week from southern China. You always make me laugh, and your podcast gives me a small sense of home. Keep being real and representing our city so well. From all around the world. Kat." So Kat sent us a message, and she listens from South China.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
really,
Kat,
really cool.
Hey, Kat, can you be here for September 20th at Cook County?
You might want to get on a plane now because it's kind of soon, and you're living in the future.
Yeah.
So we have to be mindful of the fact that you're actually even more close to that date than we are.
Exactly. Well, but that's really neat. Okay, so that's an example of somebody who is just kind of feeling
It answered our question because we were asking how these random listeners found us. Kat is an Edmontonian and likes to hear the Edmonton news while she's living in South China.
Cool.
Really cool.
Well, that is cool. These aren't really mailbag, but they're shout outs for people.
Yeah, like a Scheetzhead shout out.
Scheetzhead shout out. Scheetzhead shout out.
Scheetzhead shout out. Sheets out.
I don't know. When we were at Cole and Emma's wedding, somebody came up just after the ceremony. Her name was Larissa, and she was like, like that. I don't know what to do this or not. I'm a big fan of the show, and I don't want to be a stalker. And she was just
so cute and so kind, and the whole crew of Cole's cousins and cousin-in-laws that were they listened to the show, and it was so sweet, and they were so kind. Who did they fangirl the most over, though? It wasn't you.
It wasn't you.
And it wasn't me.
No.
It was Leona.
Yeah. Literally, she should have her own podcast.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We would be dusted.
Yeah.
She can only say so far.
What's that?
What's that?
Yeah, it would be the What's That podcast.
What's that with Leona Scheetz Pignani? That actually goes pretty hard.
What's that?
What's that?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
everything is what's that. It's not even, it started as, I'm going to point to an object and ask you what that is.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I want this, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. And it's just different versions of, what's that? What's that? What's that? Like, it really is. I wake up in the morning, and if she's in her crib and she's already woken up before me, all I hear from the monitor, what's that? What's that? It's like kind of creepy, but it's cute at the same time.
If we can sneak her into Cook County,
yes,
that'll take care of the crowd will come.
Yeah, there might be that. She might be the guest.
Do you remember that little boy? What was his name?
Henry.
Was his name Henry?
Yes, Henry was the sweet little boy that was also at the wedding, and they were passing puffs back and forth, which was really,
he
really
was born
cute.
in May, so he was just
a little bit older. He could walk, which was pretty cool. She thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we do have to also give a shout out to Michelle, who was Cole's mom. Yeah. And she says, "I'm a Scheetzhead. What can I say? I'm a Scheetzhead." Sweetest woman on the planet.
Honestly.
Friend of the show and now friend of the family at this point.
Yeah,
just the nicest lady. So Michelle, shout out to you. Thank you for listening. I think that she's probably the one that makes the entire family listen.
She's so funny because she texted me today to thank me for the stuff at the wedding, and then she says, "I promise I'll delete your number now. I will never bug you again. I will not stalk you," kind of a thing.
And I'm like, I want to go for coffee. Keep bugging us.
Michelle, your personal invite, September 20th, Cook County Saloon. You'll be there.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, and you can bring John as well if he's not playing hockey. John's 75.
Yeah, this is the groom's dad, Cole's dad.
He's
Cole also listens to the show.
75 and plays hockey like 2 or 3 times a week.
And it shows.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like in the best shape ever.
Oh, and yeah, he's in a 55 plus age group, which I'm going to be 55 in December.
I don't think you could keep up with him.
I don't think so either.
No.
Which
it's
is
so
just
cool.
Crazy. Yeah. So
Renato and I were talking about that after the wedding.
Yeah.
And he plays soccer now, and Leona and I go to his games and stuff. And he's like, man, I hope I'm still doing that. Like, I think that's just so many people quit sports once they're no longer a kid, but it's just so good for you and like community and but John playing hockey at 75 is
it's
really, really cool.
It's so good. So anyway, shout out to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Scheetzhead in the community or whatever, Talking Scheetz in the community or whatever we could call it. We'll figure out a name for it. But anyway, Lainey Wilson was this past week, right?
Yeah. And like 2 weekends ago. Yeah.
And you were there.
Time is confusing. I got a last minute ticket and I was very, very excited to go. Big fan of Lainey Wilson. My big observation was how many young cowgirls were there. Like the whole... First off, it was all women, like one of those shows where the bathrooms are changed kind of thing.
Yeah.
And but primarily there were so many cute little cowgirls in bell bottoms and hats and boots with their moms, and it was really cool to see like, oh, this is the next generation of country music star. Like I was raised on Terry Clark and Miranda Lambert a little bit later, Carrie Underwood, all those like powerful women. So I'm glad that these little girls have a cowgirl to look up to because it's important.
And they were there in full whatever.
Oh, just the cutest little outfits, like very much inspired by the bell bottoms and the hats and stuff that she wears. Yeah. And I ran into numerous Scheetzheads at the show. Whatever the demographic is for Lainey Wilson is also the demographic for our show, because I felt like a little celebrity in there. I was like, wow, people are.
You're that other cowgirl they're all looking up to.
Yeah, I guess I don't wear bell bottoms or a hat, but maybe I will to our show.
All right. Well, anyway, Lainey Wilson was great,
Yeah.
and that's awesome. Obviously, Morgan Wallen's coming up a couple of shows.
I feel like everyone in the world is going to that show.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing about those shows, I'm not the biggest Morgan Wallen fan in the world. I could recognize that he's got hits, like big hits.
Yeah.
But the openers, he's like creating a little festival every time.
Yeah.
I'm really getting into Ella Langley, who's opening for both shows. And then the Friday night is Miranda Lambert, who I just mentioned, but is one of my favorite country artists of all time.
So good in concert.
Yeah.
She's like next
She
level.
was the last concert to play at Rexall Place in Edmonton. And producer Renato and I went, and I was just blown away, and it just reminded me how many hits she has and just how great of a performer is, and such a great voice.
And sometimes she would for about 5 or 6 years she won every award.
Yeah.
She won Male Vocalist of the Year. I think. She won every award, and it was kind of like, okay, enough already.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
And then when you see her in concert, you're like, okay,
she was kind of the darling that Lainey Wilson is now, because Lainey Wilson is cleaning up at awards and stuff right now.
I don't want to get the Care Bears mad at me, but like there's the Carrie Underwood and Miranda. But seeing them both in concert, Carrie Underwood can sing.
Yes.
But Miranda Lambert is a better entertainer.
Yeah.
So
I prefer her songs, but Carrie has some bangers. I mean, and so much muscle.
And then Brooks and Dunn is coming.
That's the iconic one where people like
talk about hits.
People are more excited in some ways to watch Brooks and, because they also haven't come here very often.
No.
So I think they're very excited to see Brooks and Dunn, and then kind of Morgan Wallen. He's done a good job of curating a full country experience for whoever wants it.
Right. And Brooks and Dunn kind of said they'd retired. But they
coming in and out.
Ronnie Dunn had done his own thing because let's face it, Kix Brooks can't sing. Like he'd even tell you that.
And Ronnie Dunn has a great voice.
Right. And he's one of the best voices on the planet. But they needed each other. So they're back together and doing their thing.
They have truly some of the greatest country songs of all time.
Yeah.
I do think people are speculating who's going to walk out with Morgan Wallen, because he does that like celebrity walkout at every one of his shows.
Did you see what happened in Toronto with Jose Bautista?
Yeah, and the bat flip.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen was walking out with a bat and Jose, and he flipped the bat and it hit Jose's wife.
Yeah, but she was okay. She said that's okay.
It's not like Morgan Wallen to recklessly throw something, and like he's never done that before.
So the speculation in Edmonton is, who is he going to walk out with?
Yeah, everyone is. It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Yeah, it might be the hosts of Talking Scheetz, or it might be Connor and Leon. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, those are the two big rumors floating around. We'll see which one comes to fruition.
I have a feeling we know.
Yeah.
All right. Sports related. Commonwealth Stadium, talking about Morgan Wallen. The Elks' big win against the Calgary Stampeders this past weekend, and it was awesome. And they're back in the kind of the playoff hunt. There was 28,000 people there, which again isn't a lot if you think it was just 5 or 6 years ago. There was 35 or 40, but that's a lot considering where things have been, and the franchise is coming around. And I had an opportunity to host a hot stove at the Elks brunch they had at the Expo Center on Saturday, and I had a chance to spend some time with Jay McNeil, who's the president of the Calgary Stampeders, and Chris Morris, the president of the Elks. Both great guys, both formerly offensive linemen, big monster men, but still in great shape. And then also spent some time with Eddie Steele, who is a former Eskimo player who won a Grey Cup, and one of the best running backs the CFL has ever seen from Calgary, a guy named John Cornish. And John Cornish drove me crazy when you used to watch him, because the guy, he's Canadian, which is really cool. He's a Hall of Famer now, but he used to just run the ball down the throats of the team, and I hated him. Respected him, but hated him. And then I met him, and I'm like, oh man, I said, hi, I'm Chris. I really want to hate you. And he says, I get it, but I couldn't hate him. He was just the nicest
guy,
coolest guy.
Is it like one of the only rooms on earth where you felt small?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. With those guys for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And you got this cool hoodie, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
So it was good. So shout out to the Elks. Things are coming around, and that's a great thing for Edmonton and for football. I love that football. I love CFL football, and I love that team.
Really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was a part of an event this past weekend as well called Pilates in the Park. Very different sport. Very different. I didn't feel small in this room, but there was an outdoor Pilates class hosted by Forum Pilates, which is a studio that I really enjoy near our house. And they did an outdoor event in conjunction with Aloe Yoga. Do you know what aloe is?
Aloe?
Aloe.
Aloe, is it the stuff that you squeeze out of?
I knew you.
Aloe
Not aloe vera. No, Aloe is a yoga athleisure brand. It's kind of it's like Lululemon. It's like the hot new Lululemon. So they did an event in collaboration with Aloe where we got to do an outdoor class in Victoria Park in Edmonton. And it just makes you appreciate when you're like right by the river doing a little Pilates class. And it was really, really well put on and so much fun. And it's just like fun to do outside.
And what is Pilates? Do you just like lay?
We've done this in a class. We've done this in a podcast before.
Have we?
Talked about the definition of Pilates. It's kind of like yoga. It's a slow movement, but you're doing like isolations of the muscles. So you're like lifting your arms up and down, but like slow, a lot of core work. You would absolutely not thrive in that setting. I barely do, but I try my best.
Sounds brutal.
I try my best, but it was really fun to do outside, and the ladies at Forum Pilates are just the best. So
all right.
It's fun. We're all across the community in different demographics.
One final segment. We're going to do a mortality moment, and again, we're still looking for a mortality moment to be brought to you by a funeral home. I honestly think they should do it. I'm telling you, we can give you business. We can give you business. So here's my mortality moment.
Okay.
You mentioned you're going to work later this week. What day? Because the reason I say that is because Thursday afternoon, your mother and I have an appointment at the lawyer's to get a new will drawn up.
Okay.
Okay? So we're not available.
Well, we'll figure that out.
But that's my mortality moment.
Is getting your will figured out.
A new will. Yeah, getting it updated because like the last will we had is, it's just not where it needs to be. I think you kids go with whoever you go with, and like
like they send us off to our grandparents or something. It's like, I'm 31 years old. Sorry, you're an orphan.
That's what the will says.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I was wondering how often you have to update a will.
Every time I try to talk to you guys, like I want to let you know about some things that I've got in there to figure things out. The thing that concerns me the most is making sure everything is, if God, I'm hoping that we're going to have to worry about it at some point. We're going to die, but I hope it's 40 or 50 years from now. But the point is, I just want to make sure everything is fair and square for your family and your brother's family. I don't care that he's the son and all these crazy things that people did in the past where, it's the boy, he gets everything, and the girl can find a man to give her all the stuff. I mean, I want to make sure everything is so even, and I want to make sure that there's no issues ever with all this stuff. But you guys never want to hear about any of it.
No, because it makes us, it's like you're speaking as if this is going to happen like immediately, and it stresses us out. And your emphasis on death is just, it's too much. It's like, I do think, I know everyone probably says, it's going to be fine. Like whenever it happens, it's going to be fine. We get along very well. Figure it out. But I appreciate that you're being organized. I think that is something really kind that you can do for your family. For sure. But you don't need to talk about it every day. And also, have we considered in the even splitting that I do a lot of work for this podcast, or Carter does a lot of work too in his own way.
Okay, yeah, we'll move it to 55-45.
Just something to think about. The only one did Carter have to do a live event in front of maybe 3 people? We don't know.
The only one that's interested in finding out how much money he'll get if we pass away is Renato.
Well, he's a numbers guy. He's a numbers guy.
So you're saying you're worth more dead than alive? Interesting.
This man has no murderous plans in his life. He can't even handle a paper cut. You're gonna be okay.
You got something to say to that, or?
I'd rather you be alive.
Okay, that's nice.
It's much more entertaining.
But if I die,
well, then we'll be fine.
He did say.
You told me the numbers.
This is
I won't have to produce the podcast anymore.
That is so good. That's the best way to end this. I just realized we never turned on our fancy blue lights behind us.
We always forget something every time.
But again, remember, if you watch on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you are, listening to it on any podcast platforms, be doing us a favor by downloading
yes.
if you can, because those are the only numbers we can track, and we just love to know that you are there. And don't forget, September 20th, Bailey came up with the idea of
my big idea,
Talking Scheetz Summit Symposium at Cook County Saloon. All the information, cookcountysaloon.com. Message us. You're going to create
I'm going to make a Facebook group.
That's a good idea.
Which is something I haven't done since I was in grade 9.
Okay.
For my birthday party. So we'll see. Please come. It's not really selling the event to be like, nobody's going to be there.
I know. Like, what are you doing?
People will be there. I'm just nervous about it.
I get it. But it's going to be fine. The Scheetzheads have never let us down before.
No.
Right?
No, we just let ourselves down sometimes.
Sometimes? All the time.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. 'Cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking Scheetz.